So right now you're looking at one of the most mistreated dolls I've ever seen. Now you might be like, oh, what's wrong with her? She just got a little scuff on her face. That's fine. We all did that when we were kids. Yeah. Now you might be wondering, how is it that Emerson got so beat up? Well, the truth is, flying machines. Me and my sibling would try to make flying machines that we would throw off of our playhouse and see if the doll didn't break. So Emerson was unfortunately subjected to some unethical scientific practices. So first thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to fix the legs, because what is this? So I'll be fixing the legs, then I'll be making her some new clothes, and I'll be fixing that little dent. I'm going to give her some cute freckles. And yeah, then hopefully it won't happen again, because we have matured since then. We figured out that, yeah, this happens when you throw a doll down the stairs with wings stuck to its back that do nothing. So the damage is much worse than I feared, and I don't think she'll be able to move her legs again. But, yeah. That's her leg joint. Now, Emerson probably took the most beating because, you know, she's plastic. And so we thought, oh, plastic's like unbreakable. For some reason, the cloth dolls didn't do this. So this is an extreme case of what I call figurine arthritis, which is when the joints of a figurine, pretty much to like human arthritis, or a plastic doll or a figurine, will crack apart over time, and then their limbs will start falling off. Now, typically it's not this extreme. This is the worst case I've ever seen. But what you want to do is you want to take string, and you want to thread it through the joint hole and then tie it. And that's how they make these dolls. Okay, so that's typically how this would work, but Emerson has taken so much extensive damage, I think, unfortunately, we're just going to need to remake her legs with some modeling clay. So you just want to pop the clay in. Now, I would have done more if she was maybe her age was maybe, you know, like older. She might be in like more swimming bottoms or something, but at this point, I don't think that you're going to be seeing any of this, so I don't think that we need to worry about that. I might try to sculpt, in case she wears like leggings, I might try to sculpt in thighs, because her thighs right now are, yeah, they're pretty busted. I decided to go in with more clay and fix the shape of her bottom, because right now, you know, that's the main thing I needed to fix, was her legs. Now, she's just a little disheveled, and also in need of a good outfit, because my old sewing skills were buns, right? Now, Emerson did have a very big scuff on her face, so I added some freckles. They're washable, I think. If my sibling doesn't like them, he could just wash them off. Now for her clothes. Now what I'm thinking for her clothes, and I kind of have my supplies all over. Also, Kinger's going to help me for some reason, and so is Jax. What I'm thinking for her clothes is maybe something, you know, like cute, and definitely I want to go for like more medieval fantasy style, because let's be real, you're definitely a princess in disguise. Okay, so they're a little sheer, and she probably is going to need something over them, but the base layer of pants is done. Now, I insisted on giving her pants because of her leg condition, not because it, you know, looks bad or no, people shouldn't have injuries, but because her legs will fall off without them. Like, this is the situation we're working with for the legs. So, what a logical person would start with next is the shirt, but what I'm going to start with next is the capelet, because I want to make a capelet. I made the capelet and the rest of the clothes, mostly out of old stuff that I'd grown out of. I made this cool little flower crown out of this wire, which I wrapped in embroidery thread, and then I took fake flowers and put them everywhere. And then I just made a cane out of a pencil, and she's done. I wanted to allude to her past a little bit with her messed up legs by giving her a cane so she becomes a symbol of recovery. And yeah, I made her this sick corset too.